Let's try this again. So when I was 6, almost for a year, I had to wear a neck brace and also a cast on my arm. I got thrown downstairs by Vinny when I was 6, so I broke my arm. And before I got thrown downstairs the same exact day, he cracked my neck, so I had to wear a neck brace. And when I was 7, I cracked the teacher's neck. Though I didn't kill her, just didn't crack it far enough to kill her. Just crack enough to her. And I grabbed her by the hair um, and I threw it down the second floor. We were on the second floor of the building, and I threw her down to the second floor, all the way down. And I did the same thing for the principal because she was in my way. The principal, well, and I don't feel, and I did the same thing for Miss Hill. Okay, that one I felt kind of bad for, but the principal and that other teacher that was Miss Handler's buddy. In the classroom, the teacher that was working with Miss Handler, she was just a fat cunt. Mm, mm, yeah, that's right, I said that. And this kid drew something, so they called her a big fat me or a big fat cunt. Or something like that. Anyway, so she took away all my 100 stars that I earn for once a day. So she says I'll get all these stars back when I earn them back. Uh, she knew what she was doing. She knew that there was this area of my feelings in. And then she told me to she's had enough of this, and she told me to sit in the back of the classroom. And I was in the front of, I was in the center of the. So she told me to go back in the back of the class, all the way in the back of the classroom, and sit back. And that's when I started to feel more isolated because it was more isolated in the back of the classroom, all the way in back because this was. I don't know why. And so I did that. I cracked her neck and threw her down the flights of stairs, and I she her and the principal says, "Now own up to your mistakes and admit that you're sorry." And I said with a smile face, "The problem is I'm not sorry." And they're like, "What?" And it says, "Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not sorry. You had it coming. Both of you did." And uh, and I said, "In my house, that's what we call discipline." And the principal says, "Who taught you such stupid things like that?" Your boyfriend, Vinny. And that's when I think the other girl, she knew that I wasn't lying about the abuse. She just had a look on her face like she suddenly realized that I've been abusing, lived in a very abusive, isolated environment. And I remember she was a lot nicer to me from there on out, while the principal was more of a cunt to me. The principal. From Columbus. This what happened in Columbus School. All this happened in Columbus School. Yep. Did I told you I was 7 when this happened? All the news, all this other stuff. Yeah. I remember the other girl, the other teacher said to the principal, he's lived in an abusive environment and you haven't even done anything about him? No wonder why he's so angry and impatient. You're traumatizing him. And the principal says, I'm not traumatized, he's making this stuff up. Then how the hell did he know to do all of that? And know what to do? And we call that discipline. And what mindset do you have to be born was to that either he's actually insane or he's abusive, an abusive environment. So because he calls that discipline and he calls it a normal thing for him to go through. So yeah, now that man, then that's when I started kind of feeling. That's when I started to kind of feel guilty that I threw her down the stairs and cracked her neck because well, she started to realize that I was in a. She started to remind me that I was in a. Remind me of me. She kind of started to remind me that I was in an unhealthy environment. So I did apologize to her, but I didn't apologize to her. I explained why. My reasons. I said I have my reasons. And if you want to know why, then, well, you're not going to like it. I stole her. So I explained my reasons why. So, yeah. I feel better now. I know that was one less person on my hit list to punish and blah blah blah. I said hit list, I didn't meet. Just punish and stalk them and torture them mentally. Yeah. I can't remember what that teacher was. Not the principal, the teacher that worked with Miss Hannah. I can't remember what her name was. I remember she did. I remember she did feel pretty sorry for me once she knew that I was living in an unhealthy environment on a regular daily basis. Yeah, that's all. Bye.